The Boy Who Cried Lion. Once upon a time, in the savanna plains of Africa, there was a small village called Gando. This village was known for its fearless hunters and a tightly knit community where everyone depended on one another to survive. Among the villagers was a mischievous young boy named Kojo. Kojo was the son of the village blacksmith and was known for his playful nature and knack for mischief. While his peers helped their families with chores, Kojo spent his days dreaming up pranks and stirring trouble. One day, as the sun rose over the golden plains, Kojo's father instructed him to take the goats out to graze near the baobab grove. "Stay alert and watch for lions," his father warned. "The drought has brought them closer to the village in search of food." Kojo nodded, though his mind was already plotting his next trick. He had noticed how the mere mention of lions made the villagers uneasy. A sly grin crossed his face as he thought, what if I had a little fun with this fear? The first cry. With the goats grazing peacefully, Kojo cupped his hands around his mouth and shouted, "Lion! Lion! Help!" Hearing the cry, the villagers dropped everything. Women carrying water jugs spilled their contents as they ran. The hunters grabbed their spears and bows, charging toward the grove. But when they arrived, they found nothing but a giggling Kojo, who was doubled over with laughter. "Kojo," one of the elders scolded. "Do you know the trouble you've caused? We thought you were in danger." "I just wanted to see how fast you'd come," Kojo said, still chuckling. The villagers grumbled, some shaking their heads, others muttering curses under their breath, but they returned to their work, leaving Kojo behind. The second cry. A few days later, Kojo grew bored again. He decided to repeat his prank. Once more, he cried, "Lion! Lion! Help!" The villagers hesitated this time, remembering his last trick, but the thought of a lion near the grazing field was too serious to ignore. Once again, they rushed to his aid, only to find Kojo sitting under the shade of the baobab tree, laughing harder than before. "Kojo, you are testing our patience," shouted Mr. Jabori, one of the hunters. "One day, you'll cry for real, and no one will come." But Kojo paid no heed. To him, it was all harmless fun. The real danger. A week later, Kojo led the goats further from the village, toward a new patch of grass near the river. The day was warm, and the goats grazed quietly. Kojo lay back against a rock, basking in the sun. Suddenly, a rustling sound came from the tall grass. Kojo sat up, squinting at the movement. His heart skipped a beat when he saw the unmistakable golden fur and piercing eyes of a lion. It was no prank this time. The lion was real. Panicking, Kojo jumped to his feet and screamed at the top of his lungs, "Lion! Lion! Help!" But back in the village, the people only shook their heads. "That boy again," muttered one of the hunters. "Let him learn his lesson," said another. No one moved to help. Meanwhile, the lion crept closer, its eyes fixed on one of the goats. Kojo frantically waved his arms, shouting and throwing stones to scare the beast away. But the lion was undeterred, its hunger driving it forward. A lesson learned. Just as the lion pounced, the sound of hoofbeats thundered across the plains. Kojo turned to see his father and a group of hunters racing toward him. They had decided to check, just in case. The hunters unleashed their spears, driving the lion away. Kojo collapsed to his knees, trembling as the last traces of the predator vanished into the distance. His father pulled him to his feet. "Do you see now, Kojo? Lies have consequences. Your cries for help mean nothing if no one believes you." Kojo nodded, tears streaming down his face. "I'm sorry, father. I'll never lie again." He knew Kojo. From that day on, Kojo changed. He worked hard to earn back the trust of the villagers, helping with chores, taking his duties seriously, and never uttering another false word. Though it took time, the villagers forgave him, and Kojo grew into a responsible young man. He never forgot the terror of the lion's eyes or the regret of knowing his own actions had put him in danger. And so, the tale of Kojo, the boy who cried lion, became a lesson passed down through generations, a reminder of the value of honesty and the trust that binds a community together. Like, comment your opinion, share, and subscribe to this channel for more stories.